So, I bet nobody was expecting this one. I sure as hell wasn't. But I was thinking about the Eve of All Hallows and the different movies, shows, and books that I kind of enjoy around this time of year. Which is actually kind of a lie because, of course, I enjoy them far more often than simply once a year. I mean, I'm like 93% spooks, and the rest is just set dressing and plus some weird facts about the Middle Ages. Um, but I could have talked about the Addams Family movies, but anyone who knows me probably has a pretty darn good guess as to what I think about them. I could have talked about Wednesday, or the original Beetlejuice, or Sleepy Hollow. Instead, I'm choosing a different path, darker and more treacherous. A path that is bound to get me few views and even fewer likes, all because I chose to endorse a rather obscure piece of media called Black Spot. Black Spot is a French Belgian show. It is actually so French, in fact, that everyone speaks French, and I only got the opportunity to watch it through Netflix by sheer dumb luck, really, just stumbling across it because Americans know nothing about it, really. I don't speak French either, so I had to rely on both the subtitled version and the dubbed version. Both are good, and strangely enough, um, and I found the actual dubbing was so freaking amazing that like okay, on Netflix the default for me was it being dubbed, and the dubbing was so good that I didn't realize it was quote unquote foreign until a long time after the fact. So yeah, kudos to the fine folks who dubbed that show. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Black Spot. Black Spot is, simply put, French Twin Peaks. Need I say more? It is French Twin Peaks, but it doesn't slip easily into like outright mockery or plagiarism or anything. They take the concept of a strange town where things have gone horribly wrong, and they use it as a vehicle for French folklore, both pagan and a little bit more modern. There is witchcraft and the odd and perverse and peculiar afoot. Uh, and we're following the police major, Lauren, I think her name is. Um, it sounds better with a slightly French accent. But she is a really interesting, introverted and intelligent person. Well acted and well dubbed again. But with a lot of hidden depths to her character. She is even a mother, which is a somewhat common device in a lot of more modern shows nowadays. But they handle it really well, I think, for the most part, and they handle it responsibly. Uh, but here's where things get interesting. It is the show is sort of about the conflict between the very nefarious, the greed of man corrupting the earth, and also the old gods. And by old gods, I mean the freaking Lord of the Hunt himself. I mean Cernunnos, the horned god. You watched Hannibal, right? Well, it's like that, except there actually is a horned demon living in the forest, roaming around, making weird noises like the ruddy, bloody smoke monster from Lost. And boy, is it incredible. Um, there's so many great twists and fascinating characters through, scattered throughout the show, with some incredible like betrayals and turns I wasn't expecting in the plot. One in particular, which was like very heavy hitting for me, very shocking, and it left me kind of in horror for the character who discovers this, um, only for the supernatural to intervene. In any other show, I think I think I would be a little bit annoyed, but they treat it well and they foreshadow the magical intervention in a really clever way. So there's that. Here's the thing: if I have a complaint, it's that the show doesn't really focus on Lauren enough and her issues, and of course Kernanos and the Horned God stuff. Instead, they linger a little too long on the slightly he's a little kind of sleazy, I guess. He's a very eccentric. He's a district attorney who I simply could not gel with personally. I found him a little Weasley, and he's one of the main characters, so that was a little bit of an issue for me. I got no problem with the character necessarily. Just not personally like him all that much. Otherwise, the show takes some odd turns. Some strange choices are made, mostly for the better. But just to see the Lord of the Hunt, one of my favorite characters from that sort of old pagan mythos, and to see him treated so well, that was worth the price of admission. Let me tell you. The only issue is this, really. It's that the show was canceled right after its second season on a decent sized cliffhanger, so there's not a lot of resolution. So you have been warned. So yeah, please watch Black Spot if you get the chance. It's French Twin Peaks with the freaking Lord of the Hunt in it. I mean, seriously, what could you ask for? Really? Like and subscribe if you like the video, and happy Halloween. Bye.